A green paradise 2 hours from the skyscrapers of Manhattan. Welcome to Long Island, a haunt of billionaires. This fantastic property belongs to a family that didn't always drive luxury cars. At the wheel of their Corvette, here are the Morrisons, a couple who won a fortune in the lottery.
Hi, welcome to the Morrison home, and we won $165 million.
Richard and Mary Morrison, aged 65, hit the jackpot in 2009. With their lottery money, they bought the house of their dreams. A gigantic mansion that cost them $4 million.
Not too many people have a home like this. And obviously, without winning the lottery, I couldn't afford a bathroom here.
The Morrisons are from a working class background. Only 7 years ago, they were still social workers. They brought up their 6 children in modest conditions. Their life of hard work is now a thing of the past. Since the unforgettable day when they won $165 million in the lottery. Today, this is their new home. And the least you can say is that this sprightly couple in their 60s have learned to enjoy luxury and excess. Richard and Mary live alone in this 1,500 square meter palace that has 2 swimming pools, 8 bathrooms, and 17 bedrooms.
And this is the master bedroom.
The couple have been billing and cooing here for 7 years now. Quite a change for Mary and Richard, who for years were used to small spaces and making ends meet.
Before, we had a room like this. Now we have a room like this. We expanded.
With their new fortune, the Morrisons were able to decorate their bedroom as they'd always dreamed of doing. American-style luxury for them is first and foremost flamboyant.
This is marble, and this is a precious wood. I fell in love with it. First piece we bought with our lottery money.
In the home of these lottery winners, the marble stretches all the way to the bathroom, a room that demonstrates in the tiniest detail the whole extent of their nouveau riche lifestyle.
It's 24-karat gold plated.
And right next to the bathroom, Mary has built her favorite part of the house.
This is my closet. I share it with my husband. And this is my side. How many clothes? Thousands.
But what she loves most are shoes. Mary owns 300 pairs.
This is one of my favorite shoes. Sparkly. It's pretty. It changes from gold to silver. Like a princess shoe.
Mary can at last live like a princess thanks to lottery money. It's a game that every year changes the lives of thousands of players in America. In the USA, the lottery is a national craze. Americans have the biggest lottery in the world, Powerball.
Across the country, it's America's favorite jackpot game. Get ready, everybody. This is Powerball.
Last year, the game even hit the front pages of the papers, with the biggest jackpot in the history of the lottery.
Tonight's jackpot is approaching $1.6 billion.
$1.6 billion. Sums of money that amaze and captivate the country during those American-style TV shows. Here, the winners don't hide away. They come and get their check in front of the cameras.
I mean, you always do think about what you're going to do, but when it happened, it's like it all went out of my head, you know.
We met several of the big winners. Ordinary Americans who've become immensely rich overnight, like Richard and Mary Morrison. Curtin and Billy won $9 million just a year ago. Ever since, the couple have discovered the pleasure of spending without any limits.
Today is a great day for buying an expensive new car.
Dennis the biker became a multimillionaire and used the money to buy his freedom.
Winning the lottery gave me a lot of freedom, and I get that same feeling when I'm riding my bike.
With pretty girls and crazy parties, Dennis enjoys absolute happiness thanks to his $30 million. But in the land of the greenback, defenders of Christian values do not accept the lottery as a religion. They've even had it banned in some states like Alabama.
Gambling, once you let it come in, it's just going to keep expanding. And so when it does, you're going to see devastation. You're going to see families that are destroyed, lives that are destroyed.
Do the winners' lives become like fairy tales? How has the money changed their lives? Can they lose everything? Should these lotteries that make Americans crazy be banned? We investigate a game that unleashes the passions. Back to Long Island and the Morrisons. The lucky couple who bagged $165 million. Mary, along with two of her daughters, her grandson, and a glass of champagne, goes off to indulge in her favorite pastime.
Okay, the limo's over here, right? Let's go, girls. We're going shopping. All right, let's go shopping.
This multimillionaire's hobby is to go shopping in a stretch limo. It's a rather chic way of getting around, but above all, it's very practical.
I don't like to drive, and if I could drink and not worry about where I'm going or have him transport me, it's a luxury that I like.
Ever since she walked off with the jackpot, every day is like a party for Mary. Even spending her dollars is like a game for her.
Mommy, what are you gonna get today?
I'm gonna get whatever I want.
Today, Mary's going to buy herself some jewelry.
Come on, let's go.
She has already spent $400,000 of her lottery money on precious stones. Today, she's interested in a bracelet.
Oh, I like this.
See, that's beautiful.
I like this.
It's silver, 18-karat topaz, and sapphire.
Okay, you know what? You got it. I'll buy this. This is good. I got it.
Do you look at the price?
Or was
No.
it the metal? Because the
I don't have to. I'm sorry.
How much is it?
2,890.
And it's okay for you?
It's good for me.
Mary doesn't worry about the price because she knows very well that the jewels in this shop are affordable. She keeps strictly to a shopping budget each month. $25,000. That seems little enough for a multimillionaire, but it's a necessary safety barrier to stop her losing everything.
I just bought everything. You go nuts. You go nuts. I bought a shop. I did this. And then after a while, you settle in and you say, okay, what do I really like? What do I need? And you go from there. And I really need this.
How can she hang on to their fortune? That's the question all lotteries ask. Mary is advised by Michael Solomon,
How are you? Purple circle.
a lawyer specializing in the protection of great financial assets.
There's story after story after story about people who've won the lottery. And unfortunately, by virtue of ill-advisement or just no control of the finances, people who've won substantial amounts of money, as you know, end up with nothing at the end.
Michael is the right man for good advice. Mary wants to move house. Their mansion has become too big for her and Richard. Their 6 children have left home.
I think I have one more.
The lawyer guides her in her investment. He has picked out houses that are affordable.
Love to get your opinion, what you think about them.
5 bedrooms. That's nice, but it doesn't have a view of the water.
Michael makes sure that Mary doesn't waste her millions, especially as she has already paid over half her fortune in taxes. In the USA, the government takes 50% of lottery wins, and jackpots also attract the jealousy of the winner's friends and relations.
When you win money, people around you, your friends, your family, there's an expectation by some of them. So without people guiding you and giving you the knowledge and the fortitude to deal with everybody around you, mistakes are going to be made.
Thanks to her lawyer's advice, Mary hasn't lost any of her gold mine in 7 years. An example for anyone who's just won the lottery and who've lost their head where money's concerned. We're now going 6,000 kilometers south of Long Island. We're in Jacksonville, Florida. This house belongs to a new lottery winner. 200 square meters built on a private estate. Billy, 51, hit the jackpot just a year ago, $9 million. A colossal amount that transformed the lives of Billy and the love of his life, Kirtan.
You are taking food off. I've never seen you be so conscious of.
Billy bought himself a luxury house only 6 months ago.
Wow, what a beautiful view. This is a big change from where we used to have to look out.
And the change includes some brand new pleasures for this couple, like drinking champagne at breakfast.
Well, let's have a toast to our fantastic life and realize how blessed we are to live this life that we live now.
I definitely agree.
You have a dreaming life now.
I have a life that I would have never believed that I would have ever had.
It's just been a dream come true.
A fairy tale for our turtle doves. Their relationship began 3 years before Billy won the lottery. At the time, he was a real estate agent, and Kirtan sold mobile phones. Even though they weren't poor, they couldn't afford to lead the life they'd always dreamed of.
Before, I worked in minimum wage jobs, and so I just had week to week enough to pay my bills. I never had enough money to do anything extra like vacations, and I never had enough money to actually go and buy fancy cars.
Thanks to their money that fell from the sky, the lovers have been able to buy these 2 big SUVs, and they've just invested in a new hot rod.
This is her new Mercedes.
This is a present that cost over $60,000, and Billy hopes that it will give his mother a nice surprise.
I agree. She's gonna literally follow the floor.
I think so too.
Billy has asked his mother Linda and his sister to come and see him. She has no idea why.
Come in.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
I haven't
Good to
seen
see
you
you.
since Miami.
What is that, Billy?
It's the key to your new Mercedes.
Oh, no! I love it.
Come and
It is
sit
so
in.
beautiful.
Billy has hit the bullseye with this latest model.
Billy, thank you so much. Let me give you a hug. Thank you so much. It is so pretty. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Billy's greatest pleasure is making his family happy.
Here's to Mom's brand new Mercedes, and here's to the wonderful, wonderful life that we now live, thanks to the Florida Lottery.
Hey. Hey.
Tonight, to celebrate the first anniversary of his joining the ranks of the millionaires, Billy has invited his mother and his nephews to dine in one of his new favorite places. One of the best restaurants in Jacksonville, specializing in very high-quality meat. It costs at least $200 a head to eat here. This sort of money is peanuts for Billy, ever since that magic day when Lady Luck smiled on him. That day when, with his workmate, he discovered that his lottery ticket was worth $9 million.
And I looked again, and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't even speak.
That's crazy.
So all I did was, I went like this, you know, to motion to Denise. She said, what? And she started screaming.
I bet. I would say
And I realized that my life was changing forever.
Since that moment, Billy only goes to the very best restaurants, like this one. It's one of the must-go-to places in Jacksonville.
How's everybody's steak?
So good.
Amazing. It's fantastic, right? Absolutely fantastic.
We love it.
Fine foods, a world he hardly knew existed just a few months ago.
I absolutely have grown accustomed to the higher end restaurant experience. I love it, and it's very difficult for me to go to any other kind of restaurant now. And it's okay because you know what? I can afford it.
But aren't these new habits likely to go to Billy's head? In the USA, there are plenty of stories about winners for whom it all goes wrong. Linda is worried for her son.
I want you to be very careful. I don't want you to be telling everybody that you won the lotto. You keep it very private, and you make sure you secure the money that you have.
Thank you so much. Sure. All right. Thank you.
In the space of 2 hours, Billy has spent over $1,000. But will he follow his mother's advice and keep a cool head with all his millions? A 5-hour flight from Florida will take us to South Dakota, the state where we find the legendary Mount Rushmore. This is Sturgis, world capital of bikers.
Welcome to Sturgis!
We're at the great annual gathering of American motorcyclists. 800,000 enthusiasts have come together for a 10-day festival. Among them is Dennis Sanfilippo. Pay no attention to his rocker's appearance. The man is a multimillionaire. A former construction worker, he pocketed $30 million at the lottery 24 years ago. And his winnings bought him freedom. In the streets of Sturgis, Dennis is in biker's heaven, surrounded by big motorcycles and pretty girls.
Hey, this is what Sturgis is all about right here. All the beautiful women with bods like this.
So you are a happy rich man.
I'm a very happy man. I'm a happy rich man.
Have you ever seen
girls.
this? Life
Pardon
is
me?
good.
Oh, man. Hey, look.
Dennis really is a surprising winner. To find out where he stays during the festival, you needn't look in a luxury hotel. Come here instead to the town's campsite. Dennis lives in a mobile home, a bit of a contrast to his bank account.
As you can see, I'm a bachelor. Place is a mess, but I'm having a great time. Here's my sink. I got my stove to cook on. I got a refrigerator. Not much in it, but I don't take much. And this is where I sleep, and it's pretty comfortable, although it's in a mess, not made as usual. But I really love waking up in the morning, and the first thing I see is my bike sitting right there.
A collector's item worth $60,000. It's a little detail that makes Dennis a biker with a difference.
Don't have a girlfriend that's sleeping with me. I sleep with my bike, you know, but it's just great. It's all I need.
A bohemian life. Not quite. Even on vacation, this rebel never forgets to check in with his financial advisor twice a day.
Hey, Dennis.
Hey, Bob. How's things going today? We up or down?
Looks like we're
Dennis has invested $1 million in the stock market.
Yeah, let me get a fresh one here. Silver, all the silver stuff started to move down.
Really? How about oil? What's oil doing?
Oil is up 88 cents, we're at 44.37.
Okay, well, look, I'll talk to you at closing. Talk to you later.
You're every day in business.
Yeah, every morning. It's kind of fun, you know. I won the lottery. I'm not really a gambler, but playing the stock market is fun. Hey guys, who wants coffee?
I'll take some, man, if you're going that way.
Oh, no, I got a Red Bull, thank you.
Dennis is a bon vivant and shares his site with his best friends. One of them is Big J, a hefty guy who has everything a biker could want.
And I did my support. Yeah, I just wear it for looks.
Rings and tattoos as well.
Both sides. I mean, I was 18, I'm 55 now. And then I did this.
He and Dennis have been friends for 7 years.
And this Pirates of the Caribbean.
Big J is an electrician from a working class background, but money doesn't come between him and the millionaire.
No problem guy. He's down to earth. He's a real guy. You know, he's not snobby. I got money. You know, he's just a really nice guy. You know, and we all get along. I mean, he's a good dude.
Hey, thanks, Gary.
You're welcome. Yeah, there you go.
A rebel through and through, Dennis has barely changed his way of life. What he loves most? Biking with his buddies. Except that now he's not satisfied with a ride through the town. Today he's going to a professional racetrack. This millionaire has privatized it. He's greeted by the owner, an old friend.
How you doing?
You all right?
The boss of the track is Rocky. Here they call him the fastest man on the planet. He's won dozens of races in the States. Dennis has the privilege of challenging him.
Okay, who's my first victim?
Dennis versus Rocky, the high-speed champ. A 200-meter straightaway completed in a few seconds. And it ends with another win for Rocky.
Hey, Rocky, man. Hey,
good job.
Man.
Good race. Good race.
All right, man.
Lottery money is to be enjoyed. That's Dennis Sanfilippo's philosophy. It's at nightfall that the millionaire really enjoys his stay with the bikers. Every evening he goes out on the town with his friends, and it's the dancing girls that provide the fuel for the night. The festival's most beautiful girl bikers bump and grind to the rock and roll rhythms. Our rebel doesn't miss a moment, and he's happy to leave a tip.
Man, to give money away.
Lewis Motioning on the bass guitar.
Not bad. Yeah, I think so. I'm 65 though. Walking around here makes you feel like it used to be 25. But it's all good.
A multi-millionaire is happy as a kid. The lottery money could have sent him off the rails, but Dennis hasn't lost his soul. Dennis, Richard and Mary, Curtin and Billy, their destinies were transformed by the lottery. In the USA, the game is an institution. The first lotteries go back to the 19th century, a symbol of America where anything is possible. Nowadays, one American in two fills in his card each week. Here the lottery is everywhere, even at the roadside. And the biggest jackpot of all is the Powerball, the equivalent of our Euro Millions, extra, extra large size. Powerball's official headquarters in Florida is in this building. This evening, the jackpot stands at $127 million, a big prize for a big country. We were allowed to film behind the scenes of the televised drawing. An hour before the live show, the lottery team chooses the machines that will jumble up the balls. We're in a room where visitors are refused access.
Excuse me, sir. You can't come in this room.
And here's one of the selected machines. The team put 69 balls in the machine.
Without the glove, there'd be oils on my hands, and they would change the way it rotates.
The operation is closely supervised. 2 Florida state policemen scrutinize the slightest movements. Not to mention the 9 video cameras that film all the preparations.
I can see that here that no balls are being removed, no balls are being tampered with. I can see all that from here.
30 minutes before the show goes out, Sam Arlen, the presenter, comes on the set. There will be millions of viewers in front of their TV screens.
Everyone across the country who has their tickets in their hand and who are, watching and hoping that they could be our next big winner. So I'm excited, I get to give away hundreds of millions of dollars every week.
Ironically, Powerball and its millions haven't thought of paying for a makeup girl for Sam Arlen.
5, 4, 3. Across the country, it's America's favorite jackpot game. This is Powerball.
And here are the long-awaited numbers. But this evening, no player has picked them. So the jackpot will go up to $140 million. A large part of America will be holding its breath until the next drawing. Now we're off to California, 2 hours drive from Los Angeles. We're in Tehachapi, in a poor farming region in the Mojave Desert. Terry and Devin live here. When they were young, they won $4 million in the lottery. But today, they have nothing left.
So we have a choice between the $2.15 or $1.75.
$1.75.
$1.75. Let's go with the cheaper one.
These one-time millionaires now have to follow a very tight budget when they go shopping.
Oh, chicken.
Yeah, let's get some canned chicken.
$2 a can?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go with $1.50 instead?
They're small. Look how tiny they are.
You be careful, David.
Yeah.
When you buy something, you look at the price?
I do, always.
They mustn't go over $100. They buy mainly canned foods, milk, and some fruit. But have they gone over their limit?
Okay, what was the total again?
Total was $62.01.
What? I did pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Food for a week, we can manage.
Yep.
I agree.
The day's moment of satisfaction for Terry and Devin. Even though today they've got back to a more acceptable standard of living, their mishap changed their attitude to money forever. Because Terry went through hell. He lost all the $4 million that he won when he was 18. He works now as a maintenance technician and has bought this modest house where he's managed to put his life back together, along with his wife and 3 children.
Hey guys, look what Grandma brought. It's an album from when I won the lottery. Have you guys seen this?
It was 22 years ago. Terry walked away with $4 million. At 18, he was the youngest ever to win the lottery in the USA.
Oh, look at this. I made the cover, look at that. Oh. Yeah. How many of you have ever made the cover of a magazine? So, yeah, they took me to Hollywood, had me drive down to Hollywood for this photo shoot and interview. This one that made Mom jealous. Who were they? Just two girls that they brought in. And, yeah, this one was
Terry was then at the height of his fame. But a few pages further on, there's an article that foreshadows the end of his story.
Terry Dill, the youngest lottery millionaire. Did he blow it?
A foreboding headline. Still a student with his jackpot in his pocket, Terry was left entirely to his own devices by the lottery. In the USA, unlike in France, lottery winners receive no financial advice to help them manage their fortune.
Winning the lottery at 18 years old, I don't think anybody can be prepared for that. I think you should get more grounded in a future before that happens to you, and find out what you really want and find out who you really are before you're given that much money.
At the time, Terry tried his hand in business and as a small-time speculator. But his investments always turned out to be worthless. In less than 7 years, his whole stash of money had gone up in smoke.
We were naive, ambitious and excited. We were ready to conquer the world. So we put our ambitions a little bit too far.
This is the investment that ruined Terry. A hotel he had built 7 years after he hit the jackpot.
Shall we go inside and see what it looks like?
Today, Terry is just a visitor. And yet it was he who financed the building of the hotel, a charming place with a swimming pool and about 100 rooms. His mistake was to build it on land whose property rights were the problem. As soon as the hotel was completed, the registered holder immediately turned Terry out.
I wish I was still a part of it, but that's life. That's the breaks we are given to us through life, and we just move on, learn from it, move on.
After losing the hotel in the early 2000s, Terry had to find work to make a living. He was forced to live here in a trailer and to go to work every day in a factory.
For 5 years, I lived in this trailer during the week, 5 days. And when I got the opportunity to come home to my family on the weekends,
Terry was a factory worker all week long, away from his family.
Here's the inside of the trailer. The kitchen. Didn't use the stove a whole lot. Again, to save money, I would eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. 5 years of eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches and microwave meals.
Terry hit rock bottom. The former millionaire could only fear the worst.
So losing the money was very, very tough for me. It was really hard to go on. to look my family in the eye knowing that I'd let him down. So there was a lot of guilt. And I think the guilt is really why I thought so seriously about ending my life.
This family man's story is no isolated case. In the USA, 1 winner in 2 loses everything in the first 5 years. Back in the sunshine of Florida with Billy and Curtin, the $9 million winners.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Every morning, this new winner indulges in his great passion, bodybuilding. Curtin exercises for an hour every morning, and in a year, his build has remarkably improved.
I want to show you these big guns that I got. Thanks to the lottery and having a lot of money and being able to eat a lot. It's made me real strong. Yeah.
Looking after those muscles costs him $3,000 a month in vitamins, proteins, and food supplements. Curtin has even given up his job as a phone salesman to devote himself to his body.
I have time to go to the gym pretty much every day, and I can stay a long time, as long as I want. 40. Hey, Billy, why don't you come over here and let me show you a few exercises?
And now Billy has also taken up pumping iron. Curtin is standing in as his personal coach.
So I want you to start off doing some reps, high reps, as close to where you're lined up with your head and not your chest. There you go. So let's do some
The cult of the body has no limits for Billy. As well as his muscle building sessions, he has had his teeth done and had Botox injected into his eyelids. He has no intention of stopping there.
I'm getting ready to have my stomach contoured and liposuction, and then I will have this done because this is hereditary in my family and it will never go away.
2 operations that will cost him the trifling sum of $16,000. But with his newfound wealth, he sees this transformation as an investment.
All right.
Give me a minute. Americans especially look at that as a level of success when you have your appearance right and sharp.
What this winning couple want to do is shine in society. And to succeed, they are ready to pay what it takes.
Okay. I feel like spending some money today.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a rare occasion.
No. Anyway.
Spending money on yourself or spending money on me?
We'll see how that works.
The lottery money is Billy's. But for his partner, he's prepared to go wild. Today, he's taking Curtin to the luxury boutique of one of the great French designers, one of the most chic in Jacksonville.
I can't wait. Bags today.
Curtin is going to this boutique for the first time. It's a sort of social revenge.
What about a bag like this for the trip?
For what trip?
For the cruise.
I like that.
Okay, so I think I'm good with this.
Half an hour later, and after spending $2,200, the 2 men come out of the boutique smiling.
So I now have a man bag. Never had one before, but I figured if I'm going to get one, it might as well be from there.
Not everyone will have these.
And with his new glasses, Curtin sees himself as a pop star.
That's a good look.
I actually bought these sunshades. I thought they were really cool because they kind of give you like a Kanye West, kind of really cool, trendy, modern, and young look.
At 36, Curtin is at last living his fairy tale. But how do you keep your feet on the ground with this new lifestyle? This young man seems to have a problem setting his limits.
Today is a great day for buying a new car, an expensive new car.
And this is the model he fancies today.
I like this wood grain here. I love that it's got a light color on the inside.
But it was Billy who won the lottery.
40s.
Curtin puts pressure on Billy to buy him this model at $40,000. But the 2 men are not on the same wavelength.
I'm not financing it. We're not going to finance. You get what you can for that Silverado, then we'll talk about it. And then I'll take
With Billy's money, Curtin has already changed his car 5 times in barely a year.
Okay. I am not happy with this car because Curtin has a habit of not taking care of his vehicles.
It looks like it.
And this is a very expensive piece of machinery.
But Curtin doesn't want to give up his toy. After some negotiation, Billy agrees to contribute $10,000. To pay the rest, Curtin will have to sell his present car.
This is definitely the car that I want. You got a deal.
We found something, man.
Giving in to his boyfriend's whims has become a habit for Billy. Since winning the lottery, he has already given him nearly $350,000. But how can they avoid letting money poison their relationship? Curtin is determined to reassure his partner as to his intentions.
We have to talk about your big car purchase.
Don't worry, because I know you were looking at the car and you were wondering, like, would I think of you differently if you didn't buy the car or today? And sometimes, you know, is the money the only reason why I'm with you? And I just want you to know it's not for me. I would love you if you didn't have any money at all.
Can lottery money pervert the soul and the feelings of the winners? That's the prevalent idea in certain regions of the U.S. We're now going to Alabama, 800 kilometers from the Florida beaches. A region where lottery players are not welcome. It's one of the 6 states that doesn't have a lottery. Gambling is banned by law in the name of Christian values. Alabama is one of the most conservative states in America. Here, the church dictates local politics. This is Joseph Godfrey's home. He's a former Protestant minister who's leading the fight against gaming for money. He justifies his call for banning the lottery by leaning on a rigorous interpretation of the Bible.
In Isaiah 65, verse 11, God is condemning the people who furnish a drink offering for many, which is the god of fortune or luck. And so the lottery is a false god. It's an idol. And so the Bible very directly says God despises that. It's false. It's worship of false gods.
The Bible as a moral compass. Every month, Joseph sets off to preach against the lottery in the churches of Alabama.
Father, we thank you so much for this opportunity and just pray that you'll bless the service this morning and be with the people. That you'll open their hearts and minds to understand the truth. Amen.
Joseph Godfrey is an ultra-conservative. He's anti-abortion, anti-drugs, anti-lottery. In Alabama, he's very much listened to by the Protestant community as a leader of opinion.
For those who are followers of Christ, there's a better way to live, and we are supposed to be helping others. We're supposed to be doing things that are good for others, and gambling does not.
Joseph Godfrey's fear, a referendum that would legalize the lottery in his state, an idea that has been raised several times by Alabama's politicians. To fight against this, Joseph campaigns in the churches, calling for resistance.
It's good to see you. Good morning. You doing okay? Good.
The former minister greets everyone. As a good communicator, he knows that behind every worshiper, there is a future voter. His mission is to convince the 100 or so Baptists who've come to hear him talk about the lottery.
Gambling, once you let it come in, it's just going to keep expanding. And so when it does, you're going to see devastation. You're going to see families that are destroyed, lives that are destroyed, and you're going to suffer the consequences. You're going to pay for that decision.
Did Godfrey's message get through? He makes sure as the worshipers exit.
Thank you for the message. I'm putting my gambling money into my grandchildren and into their education.
Amen. That's the way to do it.
In the next few months, Joseph Godfrey will continue going from church to preach the word. He's good and ready should the state decide to organize a referendum. In Alabama, despite the ban, some people have found a way around it. This is Chris. He goes to the neighboring state to play. Before he even bets a cent, this car salesman has to spend $8 on fuel.
we got to pay to play. You know, it would be a lot easier if it was here local.
Chris earns $4,000 a month. Once a week, he spends $50 in Florida, a neighboring state where the lottery is legal.
You know, it's 60, 70 miles round trip. You know, that's an hour and a half out of your time, and depending on what the lines are at the lottery stations, I mean, you could be there another 30, 45 minutes.
After a 30-minute drive, Chris finally crosses the border. This is his favorite stop. It's the nearest place to Alabama where he can buy tickets. In the car park, a DJ cranks up the atmosphere to attract customers.
Take a chance on the lottery today. I got a woman on this. If you ain't winning no money, it's because you ain't spending no money, believe that.
And spending his dollars is just what Chris intends to do. He's a player typical of that America that believes that everything is possible. What attracts him today is the enormous jackpots.
15 million, 110 million, 69 million. We're gonna play all three of them, feeling excited, feeling like a new life's about to begin.
The three main games here are Mega Millions, the Florida Lottery, and the famous Powerball. The principle is always the same. You have to tick some numbers. When he fills in his cards, Chris has his magic numbers.
You always play those numbers, no matter what, you know. But if you come in here one week and you don't play those numbers, guess what? That'd be the week it hits. Let's try our luck.
How are you doing today?
Today, he's bet $20 and all his hopes on his cards.
Now, if we win the big lottery, we'll take care of all the family, buy everybody new cars and new homes.
There's little chance that Chris will get his money back, but the money is not lost for everybody. In the USA, the lotteries belong to the states. And thanks to the godsend that the lottery provides, Florida can finance educational programs. Last year, it paid $1.5 billion. Chris dreams of a similar scenario in Alabama.
It would be something fantastic for us to see, not only from an economic standpoint, but from a kid's standpoint, providing them with possibly the best education they get in the public school system. So until then, we'll keep coming to Florida and playing this one, and hopefully soon in Alabama, we'll have our own.
It's thought that every year $300 million pours out of Alabama into the neighboring states. A colossal loss of revenue for this small state. Back now to Long Island and Richard and Mary, the $165 million winners. For 7 years, the couple have lived like royalty in their gigantic mansion. In the kitchen, Omar is preparing the Sunday brunch. He's the family's personal chef. He's the only one who cooks here.
You got the fruit?
Fruit is cut up.
Okay.
Melon,
Okay.
papaya.
Okay.
And then I have the tabbouleh as well.
Okay, and the vegan pancakes?
Yep.
Okay,
exactly.
all right,
Yep.
good job.
All right, thank
So,
you.
Mary, now since you win the lottery, you never cook?
No. No, I never cook. I don't cook. No, I don't cook.
Why?
Because I hate it.
At the Morrisons, Richard never cooks either. He has better things to do while waiting for the meals to be served.
So let me show you one of my favorite activities in the house, indoor golf. You can play anytime, rain or shine. A lot of fun.
A little toy that sent him back a mere $60,000.
Uh-oh, hit some trees. You want to call it feel like a kid? Yeah, it can feel like that, and just to be able to have the ability to enjoy your life on these levels is amazing. So now we're trying to make the putt. Yes!
Today, Mary has invited two of her daughters and her grandson to lunch. And there's no need to entertain with great ceremony. In her house, the everyday cutlery is all silver.
The whole set was a couple thousand. I don't remember. I shop so much. To be honest, I really do.
Before they sit down to eat, they just have to choose the aperitif. Mary keeps her finest bottles in this cellar that she had built in the middle of her sitting room. Inside, there are 300 exceptional vintage wines.
I love the good wine, but I really like the great champagne. That's my favorite, is the champagne. Come on, where are you going? I'm going to have some champagne. Come on, come.
The price of this bottle, $200. An unexceptional expense for these two former social workers. Now in their 60s, they can experience the pleasure of spending without counting. A very soothing pleasure for Richard.
A lot of the pressures that everyday people feel because of money stress is gone. It's just gone, and it's surreal. It's not even believable, even when you're going through it.
It's ready, guys.
Time to eat. The chef has prepared a dozen dishes for just 4 guests.
You are the master of all. They are so good, Mom.
Bacon.
How are we going to eat all this? Carefully and slowly.
The salad.
Thank you.
But all this opulence hasn't become Mary's philosophy. She's never forgotten where she comes from and is determined that her grandson, Dylan, won't become a hostage to this fortune.
Don't depend on that money, because then you won't be who Dylan can be. So what you said before, like having a career, is wonderful. And whatever comes your way through the inheritance will make your life even better. You got that?
Yeah.
So you got it.
Wow.
Despite the wealth, Mary wants to pass on to her nearest and dearest the values that mean so much to her. Those of family, hard work, and generosity. Because the Morrisons are also philanthropic millionaires. 100 kilometers from their mansion, our winners have an appointment in a riding school. They are the sponsors of an association that helps children suffering from developmental psychomotor retardation. This is Julie, the director of the center. Today, Richard and Mary are going to present her with a very fat check.
So Julie, you guys are doing such an excellent job. So we're going to give you $25,000 for this year coming up.
Thank you so much.
Good, I have to take it back.
Thank you. That's okay.
Since they won the lottery, the couple have financed a dozen different associations. The Morrisons lead a new life of benefactor millionaires.
We are a much better race by helping than sitting back and being selfish and saying we're not going to help. So that's the kind of people we are. That's what's important to us. That's what touches our life, to be able to help, and thank God we can and we do.
Thanks to the Morrisons' money, the center has now been able to buy this horse.
Show everybody how to make a right turn. Can you pull that right hand? Good right turn. We're going to make...
By riding the horse, the children learn to carry out simple movements.
Pull that left hand. Good left turn.
Michael suffers from behavioral problems. His mother, Susan, is astonished by the progress her son has made.
The first day he got on the horse, he never wore another diaper.
Really?
Never. It just did something to his confidence or what. Now he follows directions and he's putting all his words together and he's, processing.
Good job. Yes!
Fantastic. It's made a huge difference. Huge
Give
difference.
me 5. Yes!
Say thank you to Mrs. Morrison again.
Bye. Do I
Say
get a
goodbye.
hug?
Give a nice big hug. Oh,
From their lottery jackpot, the Morrisons have already given away over $5 million. A couple like many others blessed with great fortunes, whose donations denote that they belong to the American elite. On the other side of the U.S., we're back in California. We're in Cooperopolis, 2 hours drive from San Francisco. Dennis Sanfilippo, the former construction worker who became a millionaire, lives here. With his $30 million fortune, this rebel settled down beside this lake. It's a nice area, much sought after by the region's wealthy.
Look at all these beautiful homes here on the lake. They're all $1 million homes. And to be able to live next door to this kind of thing is incredible. I would have never thought in my lifetime that I would end up living in a place like this.
Dennis has been living his dream here for over 20 years.
This copper-colored home is my home that I bought from winning the California lottery. I love living here. It's a beautiful house to me. It's not the most fanciest house on the lake, but it works for me.
Dennis bought it for $1 million, a good price at the time.
Hi, this is my home. Come in and check it out.
Inside, the house is quite simple and suits the rebel. Apart from one detail. Dennis's very personal museum betrays his very surprising tastes.
This is a trunk, boxing trunks of Muhammad Ali.
An item that he bought for $10,000.
Over here is a signed picture of Prince Di and Elton John.
And here is his main exhibit.
And this is the famous Rat Pack signatures of Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and...
In 20 years, Dennis has spent $400,000 on works of art and decorative items. But he doesn't keep his greatest treasures in his lounge. To find them, you have to go to the garage.
This is a 1992 Dodge Viper. They only made 151 of them. I got number 2, and Arnold Schwarzenegger got number 1.
Dennis treated himself to this racing car for $200,000. The rebel loves being at the wheel of his favorite toy.
I keep forgetting this is a 25-mile zone here.
This car can go up to 300 kilometers an hour. It's one of the fastest production cars in the world.
I've got pulled over. It's hard to drive the speed limit in this car. Police officers tell me that the car looks like it's going 60 miles an hour parked. The color I call this car is Arrest Me Red.
Dennis has a whole collection of status cars like this one. He has them all parked on one of his ranches. And here it is. The lake, the hill, and the herd of cows are all his. His estate stretches for over 120 hectares. It's his little bit of paradise, a rural spot. Out of sight, this is where Dennis hides his most beautiful treasures.
Yeah, this is where I keep all my toys at.
Welcome to his little museum. Here he keeps all his rare cars. Like this one that dates from the beginning of World War II.
Is a really rare car. There's only 20 of these in existence, but it's a 1940 Mercury convertible.
The model is quite out of the ordinary. Dennis is a fan of the unusual.
Rare. It's a boat car. Have you ever heard of that before? It goes in the water as a boat. They made them in like the early 60s. I think this is a 1963. But the motor's back here, it's got propellers underneath of it.
But being the good multimillionaire that he is, Dennis couldn't resist buying himself the car worthy of a lottery winner.
This right here is a 1969 Rolls Royce. The reason why I wanted a 69 Rolls Royce is that's when I graduated high school in 1969. I named this Lotto Luck because if it wasn't for the lotto, I would have never had a car like this.
Dennis indulges the taste for luxury in his own way. Even when he spends his money, he likes to stand out.
Most of these people that win the lottery will go out and buy a brand new Ferrari or something and pay $250,000, $300,000 for it, and when they walk out the floor room, they just lost $100,000. Those kind of cars don't usually appreciate in value. But older cars seem to appreciate and hold their values better.
This biker millionaire is smart. In 20 years, Dennis the Rebel has always used his money wisely. Rich but nobody's fool, today he enjoys his offbeat life thanks to his lottery money. As if he'd never been hostage to his wealth. Far from it.
Winning the lottery gave me a lot of freedom, and I get that same feeling when I'm riding my bike. It's freedom, 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 man. On the open road.